Welcome to 1000 PS, welcome to Varese, welcome to the home of MV Agusta, because we are about to ride something very special. This is the new Brutale prototype. It's currently called the P2, which is not the most exotic or Italian name I've ever heard, but it's basically the second prototype. Prototype number 3 and number 4 is elsewhere, probably on a racetrack, getting tested for final fueling and traction control and all those rider aids. This is essentially a very basic Brutale that gives us an idea and an inclination of what to expect when the new bike comes out in November at EICMA. Now, the name's not even finalized yet. We know it's using the 950 platform motor, so that's the 3-cylinder engine. We know it's not an exact copy, so they've done something to that engine, but we don't know what. We know the frame is entirely new. We know the swinging arm is entirely new. The wheelbase, the dimensions, the forks, the suspension, everything is completely new on this motorcycle. There's only like 2 or 3% of the current 800RR that'll transfer over to this new model. But that's it. We don't know that much information. Essentially, MV have entrusted me to ride this very unique, almost priceless bike and tell them what I think of it. We know that they've had some real key design and key areas they want to work on. One of them is obviously design. MV are renowned for their exceptional design and beauty. It might look like a kind of confused wiring diagram with a awkward little top box on the back and some rather ugly components, but the engineers and the designers have told me that it's not going to look too dissimilar from the 800 Brutale, which in my mind is one of the best looking naked bikes at the moment. So the new one should carry on that MV sexy, attractive, desirable bike. When was it the last time MV built an ugly bike? Probably never. In terms of performance, they're going for that naked class, but they want to be the leader in that class. So they're looking at bikes like the MT-09, the KTM Duke, Ducati Streetfighter V2, and they want to be top of that market. And they're using that 950 platform. But I don't think they've gone chasing horsepower, because when you ride it, it's very torquey, it's very smooth and very rideable. And they're two key areas that MV really wanted to focus on. That was the enjoyment of the bike, the performance not just being for ex-racers, but being for everybody. And I've also taken a real deep look at their reliability and look at what components they're using. I find it interesting that the bike is built here in MV in Varese by Italians that have probably been here for 50 years. It uses Italian components like Marzocchi suspension and Brembo wheels and Pirelli brakes, and I'm told that other components are sourced here in Italy. It's still an Italian bike made with Italian passion by Italian hands. This isn't a mass production bike that's going to be reduced in cost to be cost competitive. It's going to be around the same price, or if not a fraction cheaper than the current 800. It's not going to be a massive jump up on price, but it is an aspirational bike, so it is going to be expensive. But we've had the opportunity to ride the bike. I've not pushed the handling limits because there's only one of these current bikes in existence. So the thought of crashing these is almost unthinkable. And I've got no rider aids, I've got no technology, and the fueling is a little bit rough because that's not been finalized yet. But, you know, we've had fun. We've popped a few wheelies. We've just enjoyed a spirited ride around Varese. But the big thing that comes over to me is not peak performance or sharp handling. It's the usability, the rideability, the comfort, the ergonomics. Words that I would not normally associate with MV. They're words I would normally associate with Honda or Suzuki, because it feels comfortable. It feels like the ergonomics are more natural. It feels like the suspension is plusher. It feels like there's some cushioning and some actual comfort in the seat. It feels like a bike I could ride all day long and not be in agony at the end of it. But equally, it handles really well. It feels very natural. It's very easy to ride fast, but without being cutting edge sporty, without being on a knife edge, without being too flickable or too lively. I imagine we've gone longer with the wheelbase or the rake and trailer further out. I'm not too sure what they've done because they've not told me. But in my imagination, it feels like the Brutale 800 has grown up. It's matured a bit. It's a little bit more sophisticated, rather like myself. It's just gone up another level and is now competing against other bikes in this segment with reliability, comfort, enjoyment, ease of use. And those are real key words that are not normally associated with MV and should have the competition worried, because MV are already at the top of the range in desirability and looks and aesthetics and feel and character and soul. But now it's now competing in that usability, which is very worrying for the competition. The exhaust, we don't know if that's Euro 5 Plus yet, but it does sound epic. It's got loads of character, it's got loads of soul. The engine's got loads of drive, it's got loads of torque. I was changing gear around 6,000 RPM, and I don't know if that is peak torque or not, because I don't know those figures. But if this gives us a little glimpse of what to expect from the new Brutale, which will be 2026, then it's going to be good. It's going to be usable, rideable, and more friendly than ever before. Can't wait to see what it looks like when we see the bike in the flesh at EICMA, but when we do, we'll bring you another video where I'll give you an update on our first impressions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll see you at EICMA.